standard United States Army high explosive for demolition work is trinitrotoluene, commonly known as TNT. TNT is manufactured in the form of light yellow crystals. For convenience in handling, the crystals are compressed into blocks. Each block weighs half a pound and is 1 3/4 inches square by 3 1/4 inches long. A small hole is drilled part way through the length of each block. The blocks are encased in cardboard containers, closed at both ends with lacquered tin. TNT was selected as standard issue because it most nearly fulfills the requirements of an ideal high explosive. It is safe to handle and stable in character. Within limits, it is unaffected by changes of temperature or humidity and can be stored for long periods without deteriorating. TNT is also insoluble in water and is suitable for underwater demolitions. TNT can be burned safely in small quantities for demonstration purposes. If burned in large quantities, however, it will explode. Both the burning and the detonation of TNT produce poisonous gases that are dangerous if confined. In the open air, they are dissipated so rapidly as to be harmless. One of the most important properties of TNT is its insensitivity. It will not detonate even under strong blows or severe pressure. Because of its insensitivity, specially made detonators must be used to explode TNT. A detonator is a small, very sensitive explosive charge that is used to initiate detonation in other, less sensitive explosives. Two types of special tetral blasting caps are used as detonators for TNT. One type is fired by means of heat brought to it by a burning fuse. The other type is fired by a current carried along 2 lead wires from some source of electricity. Both types can be detonated by very slight shocks and must be handled with extreme care. When either an electric or a non-electric blasting cap is placed in a block of TNT and exploded, the resulting shock detonates the TNT. In demolition work, a blasting cap is inserted into a block of TNT and fastened securely to it. This process is called priming, and the block of explosive prepared in this manner is called a primer. The primer is used to set off the main explosive charge. The number of blocks in the main charge will vary with the demolition task to be accomplished. When only a few blocks are to be used, a block of TNT is first primed. It is taped to the other blocks in the charge. Then it is lowered into the prepared hole. Only a few blocks are necessary to breach this masonry wall. Several hundred blocks may be used to blow large craters, however. In every case, a primer is required to set off the charge. It is generally placed in the center of the charge. When the blasting cap in the priming block is exploded, it in turn detonates the main charge. In the event of a shortage of TNT, substitute standard explosives may be used. The most common of these is nitrostarch. Nitrostarch is compressed into quarter-pound blocks. Each block is 1 1/4 inches square by 2 1/2 inches long and has a cap hole extending throughout its length. Each quarter-pound block is made up of 3 separate sections. Four blocks are wrapped in paper to make a standard 1-pound package. Nitrostarch is also issued in a new type package resembling that of TNT. Nitrostarch is very similar to TNT in all respects. It is insensitive, is fired by means of a detonator, and is approximately 90% as strong as TNT. 3 blocks of nitrostarch are used here, for example, to breach a concrete wall in the same way that 3 blocks of TNT were used. TNT and nitrostarch are effectively used in many types of demolitions. Small amounts of either explosive can cut down trees. They can also blow stumps out of the ground. Properly placed charges can breach a dam. Masonry walls can likewise be breached. Large craters blown in roads and highways can effectively prevent the passage of enemy vehicles. Bridges can be demolished by several means. Abutments can be blown in. Piers can be destroyed. Spans can be cut. A well-trained crew familiar with the techniques of executing high explosive demolitions can do a great deal of damage in a very short time.